This is ABC 7 News at 6.
The body of a 19-year-old missing in Orono has been found. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Chance Lauer had been missing from his Orono apartment since January 20th. An individual who identified themselves as a family member of Lauer took to Facebook today to share that Lauer's body was recovered yesterday afternoon. In that post, the individual said, quote, he was recovered from a pond near his Orono apartment yesterday afternoon. He went out for a walk 8 weeks ago and fell through the ice, end quote. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has positively identified his remains, but according to the Chief Medical Examiner's office, the results of Lauer's autopsy are currently pending. This is a developing story, and we will update it as soon as more information becomes available. In other news tonight, Maine State Police have arrested a Skowhegan man in connection with a deadly shooting in Augusta last month. According to spokesperson Shannon Moss, 30-year-old Edward Longley was apprehended in Skowhegan and charged with murder and elevated aggravated assault in connection with a shooting on Flag Street in Augusta on February 2nd. 51-year-old Billy Jack Curtis of Augusta died from injuries sustained in that shooting. His manner of death was ruled a homicide. 40-year-old Sherry Gilly of Brunswick was also injured in that incident. She's currently recovering from her injuries. Longley is being held at the Somerset County Jail without bail. Rockland police arrested 3 people after getting a complaint about suspected drug activity at local subsidized housing for the elderly and those with disabilities. 43-year-old Mark Gagne is charged with felony possession of drugs and probation violation. He was released from custody just days before on charges including drug trafficking and abuse of a corpse for allegedly burning the body of a man who had been shot to death. 29-year-old Michaela Batty is charged with several counts of unlawful possession of drugs, violation of conditions of release. She was out on several sets of pre-conviction bail conditions at the time of her arrest. 30-year-old Tiana Branchella of Warren is charged with aggravated drug trafficking and violations of conditions of release. Branchella was also out on bail at the time of her arrest. During the investigation, officers seized over 50 grams of fentanyl as well as methamphetamine. Well, switching gears now, Senator Susan Collins is speaking out on the prolonged partial government shutdown affecting the Department of Homeland Security. She put the decision to shut down the government squarely on the shoulders of Democrats, who she says walked away from a bipartisan DHS funding bill and blocked other efforts to pass a short-term solution. She said in part, quote, the White House made a good faith offer last month that builds on the reforms included in the bipartisan funding bill negotiated earlier this year with new safeguards to protect both the American public and law enforcement and increased oversight. Democrats waited 18 days to respond. It is time for Democrats to get serious and work with us in earnest to govern responsibly, end quote. The Maine Senate has voted unanimously to pass emergency legislation to support Maine's public defense services. The Maine Commission on Public Defense Services announced last week that they had reached a critical funding level, potentially jeopardizing the state's obligation to provide attorneys to criminal defendants who cannot afford their own. LD 2059 provides an immediate one-time funding allotment of $13 million to address the budget shortfall and ensure the services are not interrupted. According to the bill's sponsor, Senator Ann Carney, the funding will support attorney pay and retention through the fourth quarter of this fiscal year.
It addresses the urgency of the situation and reassures those assigned counsel who are participating in the public defense system that we know them, we know that their work is really important to our system here in Maine, and we are here to take care of them and make sure that they are compensated for their good work.
The bill was removed from the Senate's special appropriations table following a unanimous vote of approval by the Appropriations and Financial Affairs Committee. It will now head directly to the governor's desk. The governor has 10 days to sign the bill, veto it, or allow it to go into law without her signature. With issues like health care taking center stage this election cycle, the Maine Primary Care Association held a gubernatorial candidate forum in Augusta today to discuss the future of Maine's health care system. Our Grace Blanchard was there and has details.
A group of bipartisan gubernatorial candidates fielded questions from the community and healthcare workers on how they intend to strengthen healthcare in Maine. A central theme of the candidate forum was strategies for mitigating healthcare workforce shortages and incentivizing primary care recruitment.
I think in order to attract more provider capacity of all types into Maine, we should stop making Maine a no-fly zone for innovative healthcare providers.
We really have to work on the rural communities and make it attractive for folks to invest there and make their lives there.
I think the best thing that we can do to build a strong workforce is to do a much better job of educating our kids.
The discussion delved into budgetary priorities for primary care and community health centers.
Community health centers are the only place where you don't get the training dollars, the direct support for workforce training. We need to correct that.
So we have to find a way to reappropriate money. One of my biggest policies that I'm fighting for, and I'm going to say it again, is oversight. The DHHS Oversight Committee, we see all kinds of waste, fraud, and abuse.
The state needs to step up to invest in healthcare infrastructure because the closure of the hospitals, the closure of the birthing centers, the closure of primary care practices is indicative of a lack of basic funding.
Candidates were also asked about improving affordability for Maine people and families.
Whether that's housing, childcare, education, cost of living, or debt, all of these things make it that much more difficult to come to Maine.
The prescription drug coverage, I really do feel that the state has a real ability to go after that and go after big pharma, and I am going to do that as governor.
The next governor needs to redouble efforts to ensure that people are enrolled in Medicaid at a time in which Donald Trump is hoping that they will be pushed off.
The candidates all reached a consensus that Maine's next governor must address the state's escalating healthcare crisis. In Augusta, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, Penobscot and Piscataquis County District Attorney Christopher Almy says he will not run for re-election again. Almy first took the position in 1985 and served until 2018. Then he reassumed the role of DA in 2022. He's tried numerous criminal cases in the state and says he will continue working as an attorney. He just won't hold the title of DA. He is endorsing current ADA Chelsea Lins to be the next district attorney for Penobscot and Piscataquis counties. Well, today, legislative Democrats shared an update on efforts to lower electric bills for middle and low-income households. LD 1949, an Energy Fairness Act, has been passed by both the House and the Senate and was sent to the governor's desk. The bill comes as residents are struggling with rising energy costs. According to the bill's sponsor, Senator Ann Carney, it will require the Maine Public Utilities Commission to develop an electricity affordability metric, analyze delivery rates, and consider the impact on affordability for residential customers.
It ensures that when rates are reviewed, policies are shaped, the PUC asks and also answers that important question, can Maine people afford this?
Representative Melanie Sachs of Freeport also outlined a bill that aims to put a temporary pause on data centers over 20 megawatts and bring together key stakeholders to respond to a rapidly evolving industry. The proposals are part of a broader effort by legislative Democrats to deliver cost relief for Maine families. Well, a small group gathered in downtown Bangor earlier today to voice opposition to the war in Iran. The gathering took place on the Hammond Street Bridge across from the Hannibal Hamlin Parkway. According to one organizer, those in attendance included members from Veterans for Peace Maine, the Peace and Justice Center of Eastern Maine, and people from the community.
It's okay to say you don't want to support another country, and it doesn't make you hate the people of that country. Right, and that's why people are out here all the time now. We've got protests and vigils all over the state going all the time, and these wars are literally killing us, but they are killing our economy. They're killing our standing in the world.
Well, today's gathering was organized by the Peace and Justice Center of Eastern Maine. Following this week's rain and windy weather, officials are keeping an eye on streams and rivers for exactly what you see here. Ice jams are a concern, especially this week as the rain flowed into rivers because the ground was too frozen to absorb it. The increased flow caused ice to shatter, move, and then jam up. This is the Pleasant River in Milo. We took a look for ourselves today, and it is important to keep an eye on conditions in your area and report any potential problems to local or state emergency personnel. And on that note, there are currently reports of flooding in Maxfield, Maine, caused by an ice jam on the Piscataquis River. According to Penobscot County Emergency Management, the affected homes are on the North Howland Road and Pine Lane in Maxfield. Some homes are being evacuated and affected residents are being moved to the Howland Community Center. Crews are going door to door to check on people and to ask if they are able to evacuate. Alrighty, folks, well, let's pause now and get a first check of our forecast.
Thank you, Beth. Highs today only in the upper 20s and low 30s in the Bangor and coastal regions. You can see more of those warmer temperatures down near Portland where they're at 32 degrees, right at freezing for today, while temperature is about 10 degrees cooler up near Presque Isle at 22 for you, and even cooler in Greenville, 19 degrees this afternoon. Pretty chilly out there for you guys, but we are going to see some decreasing clouds out there at times for tonight, cooling us back off into the mid to upper teens here in Bangor. Now, cloudy skies for tomorrow with warmer temperatures, expecting to reach into the mid 30s. Looking like we're getting some snow showers for tomorrow, but a lot of dry air is locked in place, so a lot of this is going to be virga, precipitation that does not reach the surface for tomorrow, but we will have some better chances for light snow showers heading into tomorrow night. So out there for tonight, partly cloudy skies out there. Some clearing here in Bangor is going to drop our temperatures down near 17 degrees for tonight. Beth?
Chase, thank you. Coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, our Alex Schley was in Bangor to highlight some ways you can make your tank of gas run a bit longer. Stay with us.
See the USA.
The best way to see the USA starts in a Chevy SUV with room for the whole family, added peace of mind for every mile, and range to take you farther.
Get out there and see the USA, because right now, well-qualified buyers can get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Equinox models, plus no monthly payments for 90 days.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealers.
Most business problems start with one thing: unreliable technology. Digital Brains monitors, protects, and maintains your entire IT environment, keeping everything running flawlessly. When your technology works for you, your business starts thriving. Faster service, happier clients, more productivity, less stress. Clients don't wait, neither should you. Contact Digital Brains today for your free technology assessment. Digital Brains, we help people feel free.
Tired of worrying whether your credit will hold you back from getting a car? At Down East Credit Union, we believe everyone deserves reliable transportation, even with less than perfect credit. Let us guide you every step of the way. If your credit score is under 670 or you've had setbacks like bankruptcy or repossession, that doesn't mean you're out of options. We'll help you get pre-approved, guide you through car shopping, and work with you on a plan to rebuild your credit. Reach out to Down East Credit Union today. Let's get you on the road confidently.
Nice sleep center, Bob. But what's a Bobopedic?
I could tell you, but I'd rather show you.
Oh, Bob's got a feel for your budget.
They deliver right to your door.
With 30 years of sleep experience, the best warranty, and so much more.
Bob's Bobopedic, from your head down to your feet, it feels like no mattress you felt before.
Wow!
Uh-oh.
Bob's Bobopedic.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
With gas prices climbing sharply over the past month, drivers across the country are feeling the impact. And while experts say it's unclear when prices may go down, our Alex Schley tells us there are steps you can take now to help your next tank go a little further.
Whether you've just been driving around town or headed out on a road trip, drivers say these rising prices are hard to ignore.
I was avoiding coming to the pump just now.
According to AAA, the average price of gas in Maine is now over $3.60, a 15-cent increase in the past week and 60 cents higher than this time last year.
And with the prices these are, It's crazy.
AAA officials say there are a variety of factors contributing to the recent spike.
It's typical this time of year to see prices increase as we increase our travels, prepare for spring break, and with the warmer weather, people are on the roads more, so it's pretty typical to see the prices increase.
However, experts say it's not since 2022 have consumers seen gas prices jump this much. Drivers say it's putting pressure on their wallet.
Certainly slims the budgets on being able to do fun things and any sort of extracurricular time you get. When things get more expensive, it takes away from the fun you get to have.
While AAA says it's unclear how high prices will go. In the meantime, there are some things you can do to help make your tank go further.
Number one, slow down. There is a direct relation to how fast someone is going and the fuel efficiency of their vehicle. Also, make sure their tires are properly inflated. Tires that are underinflated are less fuel efficient.
AAA officials say planning your route efficiently when running errands can also help prevent burning unnecessary fuel. In Bangor, Alex Live for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
We'll take all the tips we can get. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, we'll watch as Jessica Meir embarks on her 4th spacewalk aboard the International Space Station. Exciting stuff there. And in sports, March Madness kicking off tomorrow, and Mainers are pumped. We'll have that story after the break.
Be back in a bit. Try not to burn the house down.
Guess it's a good thing we got AAA.
AAA, we're always with you.
When you're ready to remodel your kitchen, find all the materials and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company. Get inspired by the extensive in-store displays in Hammond's kitchen, bath, and flooring division. Hammond's designers will help you visualize your space before the work begins. And all design fees are refunded when you purchase your materials from them. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. When it's time for a new kitchen, it's time to bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Diabetes isn't a death sentence, but it is absolutely a life sentence, and you have to figure out how you're going to keep your kid alive. So when you find somebody from the government that's on your side, and it happens to be Susan Collins at the same time, that was just magnificent. After the meeting in Portland for my wife and son, my wife came back. She was 10 feet tall. She'd felt seen, she felt heard, and she felt like we had a powerful advocate on our side. It was a big step towards healing. Thank you, Senator Collins. Please continue delivering for T1 families.
New Toyota. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get a $259 a month lease on a fuel-sipping Corolla Cross SUV with a total contract cost of $14,064.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota. Let's go play.
Peter Pan here. You know, I thought growing up would be the worst, but then I found a way to hack adulthood. It's called AAA. With AAA, I'm covered from roadside to poolside, and insurance and member perks that make adulting a breeze. With AAA, it pays to be a member.
Welcome back in, folks. March Madness kicks off this week, and our Max Sturm went over to Husson University to pick the brains of students and coaches before the tournament begins.
Jenkins gives it to Jenkins for the championship.
This is March Madness. The tournament serves as one of the most exciting times in sports every year, and it seems to pull every kind of sports fan together.
It's just a really emotional time, I think, when you watch the games. You know, for some players, it's the last time that they're gonna play their basketball career. Others will go on.
It builds a community. Like everybody's doing it. No matter if you're watching, you watch one team or you watch every game, and you have split screens and research and you bet. It really, everybody comes together.
Some of the year's best sports moments are born during March Madness, and many of them go on to be remembered for years.
I really loved the Gonzaga and UCLA run, and that was the Final Four, I think, in 2021, where Jalen Suggs hit the buzzer beater in overtime.
I remember when Notre Dame, was playing UConn, and Enrique Agumbawali, hit hit a 3 sort of down the stretch, and Notre Dame won that.
One of the components that makes March Madness so fun is filling out a bracket with the hopes of predicting the national champion. Some do hours of research to create the perfect bracket, and others completely wing it.
I always make a real one first that is based off of research and what I like to call ball knowledge.
If there's a team that I've just liked following because it's the coach, or I just have enjoyed watching the team play, even if they're the lower ranked, I will pick them just because I want to see, how far they'll go.
Upsets are another exciting part of the tournament, and this year, 2 Husson students agree fans should be on the lookout for one team in particular to make a run.
I think one team people got to watch out for, sneaky Hawaii.
I had them ended up beating Arizona down there. So Hawaii's going to be my team to kind of go through.
So who will be crowned the national champion this season?
This has been a tough debate for me because there's so many great teams, but I'm leaning Michigan.
I think Michigan can do it, and the whole stat that's like there's no national champion on the west side of the country since 1998. I kind of played a factor into it.
And on the women's side, there seems to be one favorite that the rest of the bracket will look to chase.
Yeah, I don't see anybody touching the UConn women.
The madness kicks off on Wednesday night in Bangor. Max Sturm, ABC 7 and Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Max. I'm rolling with the Duke Blue Devils. Well, the World Baseball Classic wrapped up on Tuesday night and finished in disappointment for the United States and their fans. Venezuela beat the U.S. 3-2 after allowing just 3 hits to a star-studded American lineup. Red Sox outfielder Willie Abreu launched a homer in the top of the 5th to make it 2-0, and that score would hold until Bryce Harper hit a 2-run blast to tie things up. However, that iconic moment was robbed of its meaning when Venezuela won in the 9th. United States manager Mark DeRosa was asked if he and other players would want to play again. Here was his clear answer.
If you saw how hurting the guys were in that locker room right now, you'd know why. I mean, for some reason, this WBC has become a tidal wave of emotion for a lot of guys. You get them in the room representing their country, coming together for 2.5 weeks. The buy-in, it's infectious in there. So, yeah, special group to be a part of. Proud of the way we represented USA.
I'm not sure if baseball has ever had more momentum than it does right now. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you, Jack. This evening's weather is brought to you by Stone Artisans. For fast, beautiful countertops, trust Stone Artisans, your Bain Stone supplier, at 249-3040. All right, highs out there for today did reach the 30-degree mark just now, and as we see temperatures down to the southwest, right around freezing in Portland, some areas slightly above that. Otherwise, a mixture of upper 20s to low 30s along the coastline as well. And as you head further north, a bit more cooler out there for today. We saw 22 in Presque Isle and 19 in Greenville out there for this afternoon. For tonight, we are going to see some cooler temperatures. Now, I do believe these temperatures here in Millinocket will be making their way into Bangor as well. I got our forecast low right around 17 degrees. This is expecting some more cloud cover, but we'll have some clearing throughout the night that'll cool us off with the calm winds out there as well. And temperatures look to stay that way all the way up north to Clayton Lake and Caribou, where your temperatures are right around the mid to upper teens for lows tonight. And we'll be right back into the mid-30s for tomorrow here in Bangor, looking to be just a few degrees above freezing. Some areas can get close to 40 down near the Portland and South Paris area. And as you see up north, many of your temperatures hanging out just near freezing in the northern tier of the state. So average highs this time of year right around 41 degrees. We are going to be below that for tomorrow, but catching up Friday and the Saturday back above average, and we'll hang out right around average for the rest of the week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a mixture of upper 30s and low 40s across the Bangor region. So I was telling you yesterday that the National Weather Service was having a tough time collecting a lot of rain reports. That was my fault. There was a file out there that I could not find, and it held a lot of the rain reports. So I'm giving them to you today. Dedham at 2.90 inches, almost 3 inches of rainfall. That is a lot of rain all falling at once, right? Bering at 2.72, Otis 2.65, many of us over 2.5 inches of rainfall. There's Charlotte at 2.54. Now here in Bangor, not as much, but still quite a bit of rainfall with right around 1.25 inches, and Plymouth right at 1 inch of rainfall as well. And plenty of ice jams still occurring out there in our river systems right now from all the flooding that we received, but conditions are going to continue to improve slowly. So wind speeds out there right now from the northwest, pretty calm out there for today, right around around 5 to 15 miles per hour, especially dying off this afternoon as well after some breezy winds this morning. But for tonight, this is where we can see some clearing out there here in Bangor, dropping our temperatures down to the mid to upper teens. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. Most of this is looking to be Virgo. There could be some spots where you see some flurries for tomorrow, but it's going to be really hard for those snow showers to reach the surface. We'll have better chances as the temperatures drop going into tomorrow night. So that's where we can see some light snow showers passing through the area. We'll stay partly cloudy heading into your Friday, but then a more energized system will get in here Friday night, bringing some more rain and snow chances across the state. So tonight, partly cloudy and calm. That's going to drop our lows down near 17 degrees for tonight, but heading into tomorrow back in the mid-30s. Mostly cloudy, a little breezy at times. We can see winds gusting near 20 miles per hour from the south during the afternoon hours. And here's a look at our extended forecast. You can see going into your Friday back in the mid-40s. Doing that again Saturday will be a little bit cooler Sunday with a chance for rain and snow early on. Then head into your Monday back in the mid to upper 30s. Beth?
Chase, thank you so much. And there is still more to come, folks. Stay with us.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At C&R Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the C&R promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with C&R Carpet Cleaning.
What matters more? A bank with innovative products or one that cares for the community? At Bangor Savings Bank, we think it's both because our innovation helps customers build stronger credit, earn rewards when shopping local, give teens independence and financial experience, and simplify business with local solutions. So what matters more? You.
So Dale, you really need to get that colon cancer screening. Dad, it's been forever. I need to be in there. Wrap it up. Come on, Dad. It's taking forever. How much longer? It's been an hour. Are you done yet? Dale, don't worry. We can do it with just a blood test. Shield.
Okay, let's do it.
Shield is for people 45 plus at average risk, not high risk for colon cancer. Ask your doctor about FDA-approved Shield from the company trusted in blood tests for cancer for over a decade.
Come in and visit AMHG Works, Bangor's #1 gift shop, located at 36 Springer Drive in the Rennie's Plaza. We have special gifts for you, your furry companion, and that special someone you are in need of a gift for. It's worth a trip in for unique American-made gifts. Here at AMHG Works, everything is American-made, and we are open 7 days a week for your convenience. American-made home goods. We look forward to seeing you.
Two NASA astronauts, including one from Maine, embarked on a spacewalk today. Maine's own Jessica Meir and Chris Williams ventured outside the International Space Station to upgrade the orbiting lab's power generation system. As you can see, even small tasks aren't so easy in space.
Ready to receive the side pad.
Copy, there you are.
See the arrow is up.
Okay, Jessica, there's a warning I need to read to you that there's a pinch point between the side pad and the mask canister.
Copy.
And for you,
and my red is locked out.
Thank you.
Well, this was Meir's 8th spacewalk and the very first for Williams. Incredible, just incredible to see. We're so proud that Jessica Meir is one of us. Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for us, folks. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. Join us over on Fox 22 News tonight at 6:30 for more.
tonight. The relentless rise in gas prices, spiking costs, plus the extreme heat warnings in the West, millions told to stay inside, and President Trump saying today.
Are you the victim of a scam? Go to judgejudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Okay, how much did you pay for the car?
$200.
And did you pay for any parts for the car?
Yes.
How much did you pay for parts?
Altogether, $816.
And who did you pay that to?
Him.
Up until the point you found out you no longer had a car.
Yes, ma'am.
I never received $800 from him.
That's why you fired the person.
No. The work that I done for him, most of it was done at my home, not at my shop. The only work done in my shop was the transmission. The reason I fired Tony is because she was incarcerated.
Mr. Anderson, you owe Mr. Flowers $1,016. That's what you owe him.
Okay, well, I got a countersuit.
For the repairs?
Yes.
Are
which
you
I never,
crazy?
That
Are you
and,
crazy?
And he told my neighbors that I stole his car.
You did steal his
no,
car.
I didn't.
Your Honor,
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,016.
Nah.
We're finished. Thank you very much.
Step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
Mr. Flowers didn't even register on the vehicle.
I knew he had to have stolen it, taken it, stripped it apart, or did whatever he did.
He's my neighbor.
God says love thy neighbor, so I see you can't even do that nowadays.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
The body of a 19-year-old missing in Orono has been found. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Chance Lauer has been missing from his Orono apartment since January 20th. An individual who identified themselves as a family member of Lauer took to Facebook today to share that Lauer's body was recovered yesterday afternoon. In that post, the individual said, quote, he was recovered from a pond near his Orono apartment yesterday afternoon. He went out for a walk 8 weeks ago and fell through the ice, end quote. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner has positively identified his remains, but according to the Chief Medical Examiner's office, the results of Lauer's autopsy are currently pending. This is a developing story. We will update it as soon as more information becomes available.